All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Stat Boys TV. It's the CSI Oklahoma State Championships. Crazy this morning. So, take me a second here. I'll get this scoreboard up and going. All right. So, we got William DeYonker. And William is in, let's see, I think that's close. Nice lag, look at him. Close to the rail. And Thomas Williams just won the lag. Alright, Thomas Williams is in a gray shirt, so let's see. Yeah, the gray doesn't really come through, so let's give him blue. We'll give him blue, we'll give William the purple just because William's got the flashy shirt. I like the flashy shirt. For so long going to a pool tournament, everybody was wearing black. And it is so nice to see players with some color. Okay. This is a race to 5. William DeYonker is a 5'12", and Thomas Williams is a 5'15". It don't get much more even than that. I mean, yeah, obviously it does, but you don't see it very often. Try to bring up the chat room. Try to get some coffee in me. Really, my internet disappeared overnight. Well, cue ball jumping around. Looks like he made a stripe on the break. The table's just a little crooked. Well, we had the camera set up for teams. Oh, that's driving me nuts. Let's see if I can move it. Alright, well that's probably as good as I'm going to be able to get it without driving the players crazy and making them think something's tripping. Alright, so William D. Is at the table. Oh, trying to see what his shirt's a picture of. Yeah, I don't want to call one by the first name, the other one by the last name. You guys won't know who I'm talking about. So I'll do just first names. Thomas is at the table. He's got ball in hand. Oh, The room is full of teams. You can hear the rumble in the background. Good to be back out in the pool world. Got a lot of great matches from this event. You can go back and check out if you didn't watch them live. A great finals last night in the 10 ball. The 9 ball finals is really good too. So far all the finals we've been able to get are good. I know a lot of people haven't been able to play pool like they normally do, so I was really concerned coming into this event that, you know, players would be really rusty. But some of them, well, Oklahoma, I know a lot of places have been playing league for, somebody said last night there were places that were playing since April, which is crazy. And then I know some places haven't been playing at all, so that was my big concern, was some players coming in and being rusty, but that was a very, very nice shot. The cue off the 9 into the 2, making the 10. That laid it out really nice for Thomas. Extremely nice shot. Nice touch, good ball speed. Alright, so what do we got? I still can't see what his shirt is. Different ability, not disability. Oh, autism, duh. Awesome. I'm with you. I got a nephew that has autism. The puzzle. Autism is surprisingly growing, and I'm not sure they really know what the deal is with it, but you know, I know it can be a really tough thing for people that have children with autism. And obviously there's so many different degrees of it, and I'm not going to get too deep into the conversation because I'm not that educated on it. But I feel for people that have children with autism. There are some serious challenges. But I find it fascinating. Like my nephew is just insanely good with numbers. It's just, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Rain Man, but that kind of insanely interesting with numbers. It's just, like, he's fun to take shopping because you could fill your card up and he'll tell you how much it costs, what the total is. And when he was younger, he definitely got the blood in him, right? Because he'd be like, he'd give you this long number. What is, 8, 4, 5, 7, 3, 2, 9 plus 6, 1, 4, 3, 2, right? And then he'd say, it equals, and then he'd give you a number. And it took us a while to realize that if he smiled, if you get this little smirk on his face, that he gave you the wrong answer on purpose. And he wanted to know if you knew the right answer. And then if you said, oh yeah, that sounds right, Spencer, and then he would be like, nope. So, anyway, back to the game. This is a mess. Looks like a one pocket match. Or straight pool. That's a tough shot to start off with here. So close. That would have been good too, because the 9-10 combo is sitting right there. You could break everything out. 10 ball is really a problem ball for Thomas. I don't think the 14 goes off the 9 towards the 10. Maybe. He might be able to make it go 14 off the 9 into the 3 into the 10. Oh. I'm going to check and see if he's got a pilot's license, because he's going flying. Boom. That was nice. Nice. Flight pattern approved. This is Tower. You are free to take off. But again, he's almost right back where he was. So let's see what he can do here. I don't know if he can get a ball rolling towards the 10 or not. I mean, he could take the cue ball off the 14 into the 3 like that. Come on, give him a leave. Well, that wasn't very kind, was it? Is there no one in the chat room? Everybody awake, or do I got robots? I got robots watching. There we go. How you doing this morning, old man Ferguson? You were with us late last night too, weren't you? Nice jump. Nice controlled jump. Wow, old man Ferguson's going to one-up us. I was like, I'm doing good this morning. He's like, I'm doing great. Yeehaw. Good morning, everybody. Was that C-Tram 9? Morning to you. Well, he may have got that 6 up too high. I can't tell yet. Yeah, he's okay. He should be able to cut the 6 in the lower right. Take the cue ball right into the 12-4. Don't forget about that 1 ball up table. That 1 ball could be his saving grace if he cuts the 6 into the lower right and runs into the 4-12. He may not get a shot on the 4, but the 1 could be the savior. Oh, playing it safe. Interesting. Did that 6 hit the rail? I'm not sure I like that, because if he doesn't put the cue ball where, for Thomas, if he doesn't put the cue ball where he needs to shoot the 6 and break out the 4, I don't think the 4 may go, but I just don't, it don't feel like it. Oh. Hit the 9 just a little too thin and scratched. Well, ball in hand. Now you deal with the 4 with ball in hand right here. I mean, unless it goes easy. I just don't feel like it does. Do appreciate everybody tuning in to Bad Boys TV. I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Lipman Lights. If you want a really nice light over your pool table, get a Lipman light, because if you don't, you're not doing it right. CheapCues.com. Billiard Shopping Network. OBQs. Q Sports International. Diamond Billiard Products. I think he's going to shoot this one on the side and try to hit the 4 from there. Hey, well, 4's not in trouble, but now the 6 is. And for William, that 12 is just in a bad spot. Now, from where he is, he could go across the face of the 12 and bank it up in the upper left-hand corner, but that's pretty risky. If he can shoot this 14 and put the cue ball where he can make the 9 and get to the 12, that would be awesome, because that's no easy task either. He doesn't really have a good breakout shot or position. Still doesn't have a great position for that 12. I mean, you could get there, but you gotta do some things. Now with the 8 sitting, nice try. He tried. There's a, yeah, I don't know. He could Z-bank. Yeah, I was gonna say you could put a lot of draw on that and Z-bank across to it, but yeah, he's playing aggressive here. He goes across the face with inside. Oh, yeah, he had to do inside to avoid the. Yeah, that's unfortunate. To avoid the double hit. With the inside, he might have came back across and hit that 6, breaking out the 8. You also have to be careful that you don't make the 8. But, that 8 ball is just bad spot for both players, really. At least Thomas got the 4 right there to do something with, and he went way far. So no idea what he's going to try here. I think he's going to try to just cut the 4 and bump the 6. Oh, no. No rail, no nothing. All right, so now William can get the breakout here. Set the cue ball up so he can shoot the 12, come forward. And really what he wants to do is hit probably about an 1/8 of the 6 ball, which would push the 8 to the right and get separation. But you want to hit the 6 here. Yeah, see, he hit it too fat. What he wanted to do is hit about half again that much. So he wanted the cue ball to be farther to the left, because then the 6 would have pushed the 8 ball to the right and gone towards the 4, and the cue ball would have stayed closer to the rail. That was very unfortunate for him. Nice shot. That was good. Good. Get separation and get the 8 off the rail. It gives you a lot more options. Because if Thomas just bumps the 4 to the rail here, then William could bank the 8 in either top corner. and get the cue ball away from everything. So getting it off the rail was huge. Gives you a lot more opportunities. Yeah, see, now William could go to either corner if he wants. I actually like banking it back to the corner where he's going to be standing. Yep, right there. Because then you can get the cue ball up table, possibly up on the rail where he's at. See, I don't like this bank because the cue ball is going to be close to the 6. It may even hit the 6 and not far away from the 4. So if he goes the other way, then the 6 doesn't get moved at all, no risk of it. The cue ball automatically will go 2 rails up table. Yeah, you got a double kiss off of that. Oh, don't scratch. Come on. Oh, there you go. Well, now Thomas has got pressure on him. But yeah, William, when all players, I would recommend. I'm not saying I'm right all the time. Hell, I'm probably not even right half the time. But I think probably even, yeah, how do I want to put this and not sound too ego? Nice shot. If you do the opposite of what a commentator says, maybe go home and set it up and do it both ways and see which one results better the most often. It's just good to have that perspective. You might find that your way was better because that's just the shot you're better at, right? Thomas takes a 2-0 lead. But yeah, I recommend setting the shot up and trying it the other way. There was a shot in a match last night, and they were in a safety battle. And I think it was Muhammad, and he chose to play a safety that was way tougher. And sometimes when you're at the table, you just don't see everything, right? It's much easier to see more things from the commentator's booth. Plus, I've probably seen 10,000 pool matches. And I've seen a lot, played with pros and seen a lot of pros. So I think I got a little more experience than most, but you don't see some stuff the other people might see. It doesn't really have anything to do with their skill or their knowledge. They just might see it because they're in a different situation. But try it. Listen and try. Maybe you don't like it, but at least it gives you another option that you can play with. The more you learn, the better you get. Not only that, the thing you might try that you didn't see might work better in another situation that you come across later. Wow, he put a fireball on that break. He hit that really good and hard. Nothing went. Little bit out of control when the cue ball starts hopping around like that. On a diamond 7-footer, bar table, which is what we're playing on, I like to back my break off a little bit and concentrate more on the follow-through. You tend to get a little bit more action. And it seems like the more speed that's on your break on a 7-footer, the balls that come off the break initially don't tend to go as much as they do if your break is like 75% brake power instead of 100%. I mean, if things are going really good, they'll go in other pockets when you brake that hard. But if the brake isn't working, just back her off about 20%, 25%, and just make sure you follow through and see what happens. I put the iPad up there.
That's not how program though, because I can't walk in front of your camera.
Huh?
Your camera's pulled back.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna do teams, and then Kenny scheduled this match on the TV table, and the guy's like,
I'll just take the shirts down there. I'll get the extras later.
"Yeah, no problem." The Moscone Cup is coming in December. Who's all going to be watching? Who you rooting for? Team Europe is going to be tough, and young. I have to say, after all the years, I'm actually enjoying watching the new and the young players. I'm a big fan of Billy Thorpe and Justin Bergman, and we'll see what's up with Christopher Robin. I feel bad for Tyler Steyer. I don't think he did anything to not be on the team. I wish they would explain that pick. Just because, I mean, Tyler Steyer goes to the Moscone Cup team 2 years ago, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's ridiculous." And then he wins our first game, which I think is his play in that first year. I think is the only reason Team USA wins the first year. I really do. I think you could have very easily had an argument for Tyler Steyer and Skylar Woodward to be co-MVPs. Oh my God. I'm starting to feel for William. He has made some great jumps and gotten really hosed with the end result of the jump shots. And then the next year Tyler played good. And then I'm pretty sure Tyler and Christopher played each other in a long race, and Tyler beat him. I think he beat him really good the first time. Yeah, I know Tyler pretty good. I don't see the attitude issue. He is very respectful. I know on TV, everything comes off a little different. It's like, so I know all the players. I think Jason Shaw is getting a bum rap because people are like, "Oh, he's so arrogant," and you kind of see that on the TV screen for the Moscone Cup. They encourage these guys to act out for the Moscone Cup. They want to pump that. I don't even know what you call it. I mean, and for the most part, it kind of works. But it's such a fine line to pump up the crowd and to woof and be extremely competitive and looking like an arrogant jerk. That fine line is, at other tournaments, you should hear these guys all woof at each other in fun. I think they all, Shane and Jason Shaw and those guys all have pretty much huge respect for each other. So, but I don't know. I kind of like the rivalry thing. But I think it's a bummer for the players because they're pushed really hard to push that rivalry and all that stuff. And then what ends up happening is some of them end up looking like jerks. And I think that's very unfair to the players. Now, some of them are. I'm not going to lie to you. Some players are jerks. But, you know, it is what it is. Well, I'm not going to speak for, so the chat room, somebody said they read something that Tyler pulled out due to the virus. I don't think that's the case, but I'm not going to speak for Tyler because I have not asked him. I mean, I could, but I think at this point, I don't think it's fair to Christopher to stir that pot. I think he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, 2 years ago, Tyler was in the same boat, right? I mean, Tyler was put on the team, and everybody didn't think that he deserved to be there. So yeah, I think it's bad just to dig at it, but I was just giving my personal opinion. Uh-oh, he's going way too far. Honestly, right here, I like two-rail kicking this. Come down to this bottom rail. Hit the side rail right before the ball. Oh, no. And bump that, I was going to say, and bump the 13, you know, come off the rail, bump the 13 to the rail, pushing it in front of the side pocket. And you might get lucky and make it real tough for the 8. But that was a very unfortunate roll there. I don't know whose break it is. I feel for right. Old man Ferguson is correct. Chris did not pick himself. I mean, I'm sure he wanted himself to be on that team. And I am sure, as all, with no doubt, Tyler wanted to be on that team. I feel really bad for Tyler solely because I don't think he did anything to not be on the team. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's not like, well, let's be honest. You know, I mean, a few years back, some players played extremely bad. Other players had huge attitudes. You could see certain players had such attitudes that it affected the other players. When those players are replaced, I have no problem with that. What I don't like is when you can tell that the players have played their heart out and they have and they win the Moscone Cup, and there's nothing in place that they can compete for to, you know, unfortunately because of COVID, we didn't have 10 or 15 tournaments throughout the year that we could go, hey, based on performance, right? You could pick somebody. So this particular year is, and I'm not blaming anybody. It's just it's a funky thing that happened, and I hate to see somebody replaced just because there's no. Like I said, Tyler beat Christopher in a long race. I think Tyler went farther than Christopher at Derby City and everything. I mean, I'd have to go back and look. I think that was the case. I mean, if you were going to do a point system or something, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're both good people. Christopher's a really nice guy. Tyler's a really nice guy, so I would just like to see some kind of competitive system. We don't. There seems to never be a system in place for the Moscone Cup team. Like they change it every year. I don't care what a player's Fargo rating is or ranking. Let's see how they're playing for the whole year. And really, I don't care about the first half of the year, honestly, because I think there's been some players that just like they go to a tournament and they play super good in that tournament, and it's in January, but then by the time you get to October, they're playing bad, and other people are playing really great, and Moscone Cup's in December. It's like, so, we'll see. I'm rooting for Team USA all the way, but, oh man, if they pull it off this year, it's going to be epic, I think. I think they're probably huge underdogs. I mean, I haven't had a chance. I could go look at their Fargos and see what that says. But for the Moscone Cup, race to 5 and 9 ball seems ridiculous to me too. But it is. The Moscone Cup is pretty fun to watch. So look at this mess. Thomas has got a 3-0 lead, which really puts the pressure on William. Thomas can free stroke a little bit. I mean, obviously you don't want to give your opponent hope, get too wild, and blow a couple games and end up giving him a ton of hope. You want to shut him down pretty fast. Well, I'd like to see William make a strong comeback here and tie this up 3-3 is what I'd like to see. William's really good at jumping. Other than some unfortunate rolls after doing the jump. Good morning, Timbo. If he can make this 4, the 1's going to roll towards that upper right pocket. The 6 is right here. It's just the trick part will be getting from the 6 to the 8. He really needs this game. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. At the bottom of the chat box, there's a little dollar bill sign there. You can click on that and give a donation. Our sponsors and our donations are what allows us to continue bringing the free streams to you. If you can't do the donation, at least hit that like button. I think that's a fair trade. Free stream, click a button. Not too bad. Good deal. Just a little heavy. Just a little heavy. He hits that just a hair thinner. Not much. Just a hair thinner and boom. Huh, that's funny. Oh, nothing on the TV screen. I was on my Facebook. My Facebook spies on me. A pool article came up about how Efren Reyes was almost part of the Color of Money as a technical advisor, but he turned the job down because the producer said if he took the job, he couldn't go play in tournaments while they were filming. And he chose to go play in pool tournaments. Efren Reyes is a really cool dude. Really like Efren. I've had many conversations with Efren. He's pretty funny. Well, Thomas is just on fire, and poor William just can't get a roll. He's just a little off here, a little off there, and thank everybody for tuning in. You're watching Bad Boys TV. This is the CSI Oklahoma State Championships, coming to you live from the Apache Casino and Hotel in Lawton, Oklahoma. Next year, we will be at this very location, November 2nd to the 7th. Put that in your calendar. We can even give you the 2022 dates, November 8th to the 13th. So, no excuse to miss it. I just gave you the dates. Put it in your phone. Hit that little reminder button. Don't forget to subscribe. And then when you hit the subscribe button, there should be a little bell that pops up. Click on that so you get notified when we go live. Probably later this month, we're going to be releasing some more Derby City videos. Some of them are already commentated on. And then others we're going to commentate as if we're doing it live so we can chat with you in the chat room and stuff while we're doing it. Bad Boys TV's got a few projects we're working on so that we can bring you guys a lot more content. We're going to get a little crazy. We might, when we're not doing pool tournaments, we might be doing some other videos for you too. Might even bring a little cooking to you. We don't know yet. Playing with some ideas. Obviously, it's better for us if we can pump out content every day. And that's our goal by April, is that we we have at least every other day something coming to you. So we'll see what happens. Please hit the like button. Come on, William, get on the board, buddy. You can do this. We want Hill Hill. This is, the loser finishes 5th, 6th. So, not too bad, not too shabby. So far in this match, Thomas has been playing really good. Maybe even playing just a little above his average. And William hasn't played bad. He's just gotten a couple of funky rolls and just rolled out of shape a little bit in a couple of shots. Amazing how just a few shots can change the pace of everything. There you go. Maybe the tide is turning. Earlier in the match, he would have been froze up on the 8 and not been able to shoot the 5 where he wanted to. So I'm rooting for you, man. Now here's the tricky part. If he shoots this into that corner, where's he going to shoot the 8? Because the cue ball's going to the right. He needs that cue ball to be on the left side. Oh, man. He really trying to force the shape on that 8 ball there. For me, I would have liked shooting the 5 in the upper right and just naturally roll the cue ball 3 rails. The cue ball would have went left. I think maybe a little English would have been needed to go to the left rail and go around the 9 to the right rail. And then come around for the 8. Bringing the cue ball to just the left side of the 8. But I wasn't at the table, so the angle's a little bit different from my view than standing at the table. But yeah, you know, I mean, Williams in a deep hole here, and that's when you're just a little uncomfortable when you're shooting. That's when you tend to, unfortunately, that's when your body jumps up a little too early, too fast, right? Or your backhand holding the cue, you grip it too tight, and you lose the smoothness and the speed and the action of the shot. When you start getting tight, everything starts to become just a little off. Usually ball speed is the first thing to go, and then like draw shots come up way short, or sometimes way long. Just, yeah, it's usually what happens is people get a little nervous, or they're uncomfortable, or frustrated, and their grip tightens up. They'll shoot a draw shot and they'll be super, super short, right? And then the next time they're focused on, wow, that was so short, I got to loosen my grip. And then they get that super power draw, and they only needed to draw back a foot, and they end up drawing all the way back to the opposite end of the table. Well, interesting. I feel a safety coming on. You could bank this to the upper left corner. Don't call it. Oh, wow. I think he got really fortunate there. I think he got super fortunate right there. If that 5 doesn't go, Thomas got extremely lucky. Well, shooting good and getting luck. This is a tough monster to beat. $77 watching, only 11 likes. And always that one misbehaved child with the dislike. Always one. Please hit the like button. If you must, hit the dislike button. For Facebook, it all counts the same. Oh. Well, that may do it. We'll see. We'll see if Thomas can finish it off. I like giving myself a little angle. Shoot the 13 in the lower right. Get the cue ball up. Shoot the 11 in the lower left. And then shoot the 8 in the side. He's going to do it just the opposite. My way was a lot less work needed, and I'm lazy, so now he's going to have to put something on this. He could 2-rail follow. But watch the stroke he's going to put on it. Yep. And now he's got a little bit of a funky angle, but he should be okay. But the other route was a... You want the end ball to be your ball before the 8, the easiest to shoot and get shape on the 8 with. And if you just shot the 11 first, then the 13, it would have been a stop shot for shape on the 8. So, oh, all right, William. This is your shot, man. You gotta get it here. One game at a time, one shot at a time. Oh, I'm tired. Been a long week. Oh, he's jumping up. Definitely jumping up. Yep. Thomas moves on. Williams done for the 8-ball singles. I don't know what's up next. Might have something coming up right away. I'm not sure. But if you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, then you'll get notified. Yes, I'm with Jack. Red Bull gives you wings, but I can't stand the taste of that stuff, so coffee keeps my blood flowing. Alright, folks, we'll be back when we got a match. It's possible we could have the women's finals coming up. It just depends on how the team match goes. We could have a match at 11 or 1 o'clock. So we will see.